Hi, welcome to Gold Mac. This week I'm going to go through trying to restore this axe head I found in the bush. When I'm out in the bush I come across old mining tools occasionally. I've got this old, a lot more deteriorated axe head, which it's just too worn through that it wouldn't be worth trying to clean it up. Found this other old axe head that's been cut down into be a log roller they'd use in logging. It's a really interesting piece as well. That's a wedge that they'd also use in logging. They'd hit it down to the big logs and split them open. This old miner's pick, it's got a really interesting shape. You'll see in one of my other videos when I actually found this out in the local goldfields. And just a chisel that I found, which is also interesting. That was found in the middle of nowhere. But as I said, I'm going to leave all those ones behind and I'm just going to use this axe head that's in relatively good condition, and I'm going to go through, give it a bit of a clean up with the wire brush, and then I've got a little buffing disc on my grinder and we'll see whether it comes up alright. I haven't done too many of this sort of restoration, but I'm going to give it a crack and we'll see what happens. Now to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the wire brush and just clean as much of the scale and flaky rust off it as I can. Now you can see on the end it's been worn down more on one end, so when it was lost or abandoned, they obviously hadn't sharpened or done much upkeep in a while. Probably should have a mask on doing this. I've got some goggles and earmuffs there for when I'm using the grinder next. That's got most of the loose scale and stuff off there. Right, now I'm just going to clear out all the dirt and old wood in here. I've got a screwdriver. I'm just going to work as much as I can out with my hand. That's all coming out a lot easier than I was expecting. That's good. So that's cleaned out quite nice. Alright, now I'm going to be right to start grinding. I'll get my earmuffs and safety goggles on and we'll get to it. Now I'm just going to go nice and easy to start with and see how it starts coming up, and hopefully it turns out looking half decent. Starting to remove some of that rust and get down to the metal. Okay, I just have spent the last 15 minutes looking for this other grinding disc because the flapper disc was just sort of buffing it up a little bit, so I'm going to see whether I can get it to be a little bit more shiny. I've got a mask on for the dust. Alright, it's starting to clean up a little bit. I'll give it a rinse to see what it looks like. Right, I've given it a bit of a wash, and you can see it's taken me a little while. The sun's gone down after work, but it's starting to clean up the surface a little bit, but just how deep all the pitting is, I'm not going to bother trying to get this to be a super smooth surface. And it's got a little bit of an edge, but what I'm going to do is just give it a little bit of a rub with some linseed oil. Just to clean it up a little bit. And so it's come up nice. As I said, it's not perfect, but it's looking good. And that's the axe head, guys. So it wasn't really a perfect job, but that's got it to the point where I reckon I'm going to be able to put a handle onto it, and it's got enough meat on it that this edge will be able to grind down, get a nice edge on it. I might even just be able to use it a few times and just see how it goes and make sure nothing chips off the initial surface, and then after that I'll make a nice solid edge. But thanks again for watching. Just doing a few little projects while we're in stage 3 lockdown at the moment in Victoria, Australia. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see me out prospecting, please go over to the channel. There's heaps of videos of me out in the bush, finding gold, finding some relics. So I'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.